Hello and welcome back to another Game Jam Time. I am Paul from the Gloucester County Library, and today I wanted to show a really exciting program. It's called Bloxels. It's been around for a couple of years now. They just launched a new version 2.0. They still just call it Bloxels to keep things simple, but the things you can do in here are really fun, and you can make complete games very easily. And unlike a lot of the other things we've seen here, there's no code really at all in this one. This game engine is really just about like things like level design, enemy placement, things like that. Like you're building levels, specifically side-scrolling levels. It doesn't let you do top-down or other kinds of things. You're looking at like platformers, Mario-style platformers. It kind of reminds me a little bit, if any of you have played Super Mario Maker. It feels a lot like that, with a couple of big differences. Specifically, you can draw all of the art assets yourself. It comes with pre-made stuff, but you can draw the hero, enemies, so you can kind of make the kind of looking game that you want, the different characters and stuff. I've seen people make fan games. They made like, a Sonic the Hedgehog fan game out of it. The other big thing about this is it lets you add text. Characters can go up and talk to you, so you can add a lot more. There's a lot more focus on level design and especially story. If you want to tell a story, you can do that with this game, and that's really cool. So I'm just going to give a brief overview here. If you Google Bloxels, but this is the address here, edu.bloxelsbuilder.com, I'm going to give you Google Bloxels. It's the first thing that'll show up. And real quick, just if you go to tutorials here, you'll go to this page. This page has everything you need to get started. I think each one of these will pretty much give you a short YouTube video. Yeah, and most of these videos are between 3 and 7 minutes. They're very short, but they give you all the information you need to get started. So definitely check out the tutorials page. After that, go to login, and I've already logged in, so I'm going to go over here. Or actually, I'm not logged in, so I got to log in here. But this is the main Bloxels page, which you can do. They didn't used to have it so you can play it over the browser. It used to be only on devices like your phone, your tablet, but now you can play in browser, which is great, because that means you can also use a game controller. I'm going to log in here. Something to point out here. The game itself, or the Bloxels engine itself, usually costs money. It isn't a free program, really, but through the library, we do have a Bloxels EDU account. So for those of you watching that are part of the Gloucester County Library System, I wanted to kind of see if we can invite you into that, especially right now when a lot of programs are still happening virtually. I thought it would be really cool to kind of invite people to make games, and you can share assets and share games with other people. So I'm going to log in. I have a student account for myself as well as like an actual EDU account to overlook everything. But I'm going to log in here. I'll have to blur this part out. But if you are, if you're a library card holder, I was thinking you could email me. I'll put my email address up here. It's ppalmer@gcls.org, and email me your request that you want to join the Bloxels EDU, and what I'll do is I'll set up a form that I can email you, and it'll have you'll enter in your library card and some basic information. So I just have to make sure that you're a library card holder, and then we can get you set up, and you'll have one of these little, you just choose your user. I'm Toad64 here. That's my character I created, Chuck the Plant. And then you enter in, you make your own password here. And then we're in. That's me, Toad64. And you can go to Arcade, where you can play anyone's submitted games, which is really cool. You can get an idea of what people have made. And I think you can also play, if there's other students in our class setting, the library setting, you could play their games too. We're going to go into Builder. And real quick, this will show you can make your complete games here. You can design characters. You can do the art for things like, grass, coins, enemies. And you can do backgrounds. I'll show you real quick. Let's go into Art Builder. these are actually ones that I made: tree bark, plant food, the flower goal. So the art is like the things happening in the level, and some of these are animated. So let me see. I think the flower goal, let's edit that, because I think it's, yeah, you can see it's just a 2-frame animation. It kind of bounces, and the thing there kind of spins. But I just wanted to show you real quick. You just get this real simple grid. You can have 8 colors at a time, but each one of those colors, let me see if there's a color I didn't use. So I didn't use blue, so I can mess with this one. If you don't want one of these 8 colors, you can go down here, and you can pick one of these colors, and then from there, you can pick a shade as well. So you can change these 8 colors to whatever you want, but it can only be 8 colors at a time. If you want to make more frames of animation, you just go down here to the frames. You can add a frame there. You can change the speed and put it up here so it goes faster, goes slower. Hope it doesn't save this because I don't want to. I'm messing with stuff now. It was 4. I want to delete. Kind of just delete that one. Does it delete the whole frame? It does. Okay. Now it's back to normal. You can do really simple things like if you want to do a second frame, like you can see this one kind of bounces up and down there. I just did that with one of these buttons is a nudge tool, so you can nudge things up, down. So if you want to just do simple things like that, you can just nudge it around. There's copy paste, so just very basic kind of builder materials here. If we go into character builder, you can see I've got bad guys, I've got good guys. This is my hero, Chuck the Plant. We'll take a look at him. So I've got an idle animation. That's what he does when he's not moving. He walks, he kind of bounces like that. His jump doesn't really do... I didn't do an animation for his jump. But that's kind of what he just looks kind of like that. And there's his fall animation. He's kind of like gravity's kind of pulling him downward there. You can test any of these, so if you want to go in and test. See, it uses all the different animations there, and it uses the jump and fall animations for when you're swimming. So let's get out the test. Back to edit, I think. So that's how you make all the characters. It's pretty much the same as making art, but you can go into Character Lab after you're done. And you can do things like speed, size, how much life they have. This is just death animation. That one doesn't really do anything. Jump power, single jump, double jump, and flying. I think there's 3 types of flying too. Different FXs. Attack, you can do a jumping attack, or there's different magic attacks you can do. So you can play around with those and also do a test for that. So you can kind of fine-tune how you want your enemies and your heroes to act. And you can do things like regular-sized enemies, but then maybe there's an enemy that's the same enemy but super big. You can do that with more life. You can make like a boss character. Let's see, what else is there? And so these other attacks here, there's different magic. There's fireballs, there's lightning balls, and what's this one? I don't remember. Let's test it. Let's see what that does. Oh, we got a power up there. Let's see. Oops, I picked up the chest. Get out of here. I'm trying to see what this attack does. Oh, okay, so this is the freeze one, so you can temporarily turn someone into a block, which is kind of handy. Let's get out of there. So you can play around with those and see what they do. I just wanted to have a regular stomp. But you can also make power-ups, and the power-ups might give you a different ability. You can even change it to a different character, so it looks different as well. And then Games Builder. Let's create a new game real quick just so I can show you before I show you a more complete one. Let's do a blank slate here. So here's our guy. We can drag him around. And real quick, you'll see this is just a very basic look at the level, but this one screen is one square, but you can have this many screens. Your level can be really sprawling if you want. Let's go back there. So when you get this game screen here, you'll have all these options on this tab. There's 3 different tabs. This one will show different types of blocks. There's 8 different colored blocks. So you've got terrain, which is just what you walk on. You've got water or liquid. You've got enemies, power-ups, hazards, which are usually lava. You can also change it. It could be a spike, something like that. Crates, this is like the treasure chest I just picked up. You can pick them up, you can throw them. They float on hazard blocks, so you can actually make it so you can traverse an area that's maybe too far to jump. Yellow is your collectibles, like coins. And the white blocks are the really special ones, because those are, I think they call them story blocks. You can see it's a little speech bubble there. So with those, you can have characters that talk to you, tell you the story. You can have it look like a sign, so they're walking up and reading a sign. You can have it be a character, so they walk up and talk to a character. They also act as checkpoints and your end goal, so those are really important. But the story blocks are really what make it a unique kind of engine, where you can kind of tell a whole... It really adds a storytelling element to the game design, which is a lot of fun. So you can see right here, we've got a couple of... this isn't a great level design, but we've got some things laid out here. And once you have your level laid out, go to this tab here, and these are your assets. Right now I don't have anything in here, but if I single click, so let's say these are the characters I've made. That's my stuff here. The class library will show you things that other people in the class have submitted. So if there's multiple people in the class, you can all share assets together. Right now I'm the only one here, so I've just, I'm sharing my assets there. But asset packs are ones that are pre-made, so you've got a lot of choices for art and for characters. They're all in different, so we can go to city, and there'll be different characters and art for that. Egypt, geology, winter world. I think there's... Oh yeah, there's a lot more. Look at that. Castlemania, that probably looks cool. Yeah, let's do that one. So let's do just some ground here, castle top, for that. This one will have... maybe castle block. And then we'll try and get some stuff for each. Like, we'll make the hazards spikes, maybe. Oops. Oh, whoops, I put it in the wrong... Okay. Put the block back there. That one. Let's get one of the enemies. Slime. That's good for now. Let's see what else we need. So you just click the asset you want, and then drag it along. And there we go. Oh, I didn't get water, but spikes. I probably don't want... Like, that looks kind of silly, so I'd probably go back in and erase those. Make our enemy a slimy guy. Let's put more terrain up there. Let's see, we also need... Let's get a coin collectible or something. What do you collect? Gems. Chest can be our thing we throw. There's no water here, so we'll have to go to a different asset pack to look for water. There's 2. There's water surface and water itself, so let's see. Gem collectibles, chest, water surface, underneath water. Oh, a power-up. I didn't get a power-up or a story block thing. Story block thing, you can make it to be anything you want, really. Probably wouldn't want to make it look like another enemy. So let's have it look like a friendly guy. Maybe this jackal statue talks to you. That'd be cool. And then certain blocks you can configure. So like the enemies... This is what he's set up for right now, but you can change that to whatever you want. So if I want to make him big guy, maybe a little slower. He already has a lot of health, so I try to leave it like that. Let's do that. And then this guy, you can make here, he can be a checkpoint, or he can just be something that talks. or it can be an end goal, and then you can choose what kind of end goal you want. Like, we'll just have him like talk. He doesn't have to be a checkpoint because we're right there. Power up. You can actually do a randomizer, or you can do a lot of different abilities here. Don't know why it's flashing. I think because he doesn't have any other frames of animation, so it might be kind of messing with it there. It could be a health power up, or it can be a special ability. And then anytime you can go in and test. Whoa, that guy's huge. Oh my goodness. Let's see, I can throw this. Oh god. Okay, there we go. Then we go talk to this guy. And you can also change the music in the backgrounds too, and you can design your own backgrounds in the art assets. So we'll go back to edits. Got different backgrounds. You can do the Egypt one, that'll look nice. And you can see all the different, there's a ton of different songs you can choose from. Oh yeah, there's the water there, we can see it. Whoa, we'll slip right through there, that's not good. So it's real easy to make really interesting levels very quickly. And like I said, you can add as many story blocks as you want, so you can have like lots of characters that talk to you. It's really fun, really a lot of ideas you can play with here. And if you check out the arcade that's there, there's a lot of people that have made some great works. Oh, and I should mention, this first tab here where you configure which kind of blocks you want, you can always go back here. And it'll always kind of overlay what the blocks are, so if you need to know which blocks are what, you can easily see that, which is very handy. Let's go back right now. Whoops. It saved my untitled one, that's okay. So look at Chuck's Tree Climb. This one I've played through, or I've made most of it. Like everything, the background I took from the pre-made assets, but I think everything else here, with the exception of maybe the lava, is stuff that I have made myself. So there's Chuck, a little wormy guy. He's gonna prove his heroic plantness by climbing this tree, and you gotta pick up the plant food. So I made a vertical level. There's my plant food, kind of moves back and forth there. You see I've got little different characters to talk to. And these little jumpy guys. Oh no. Oh. It's the one problem with vertical levels, man. You make a mistake, you're all the way back down. But there's no fall damage, so it's fine. Oh, checkpoint. Might need a jetpack to get any further. Pretty sure I saw one lying around here somewhere, and you probably saw it as you were passing here. It was on the bottom of the water. Let's get that bat out of the way. Get out of here. Let's go get that. Oh man, I got really hurt. Oh, I'm down to my last heart. I hit the checkpoint. The top is right up there. Alright, let's go. Oh. Now, if I was playing the actual game instead of just running a test, when I died, I would have hit the last checkpoint and started back from there. But when you're just doing the test, when you die, it brings you back to the edit menu. And then you can just start wherever you want and test again. And when you go to publish your game, it'll give you a lot of different options, like making sure your character is starting in the right spot, making sure there's an endpoint. It kind of walks you through everything you need to do. But that is pretty much everything you need to get started with Bloxels. It's real easy and super fun, and it just lets you make so many different things, and you can play around with everyone's different games here. Where's the arcade? How do I get? Okay, go back to arcade. And you can see here's featured games, my games. If there was anyone else in the class, now it says my games is no results because I never published the game, so it's not actually showing up here. But there's a ton of games you can check out here and see what people have been doing. There's some great stuff. They're all, when you publish a game, it usually takes about 24 hours for it to show up, because they do play through the games and make sure they're appropriate and make sure everything's okay before it goes up in the arcade. But it's usually pretty fast. So that is Bloxels in a nutshell, guys. Like I said, check out the tutorial page. They have a ton of great stuff that'll show you what you can do with the game to get you started. And like I said, I'd really like to invite those of you that are part of the Gloucester County Library System to try Bloxels and be a part of the class. So if you'd like to give it a try and make some games, and then we can share what we've created, that'd be a lot of fun. So go ahead and email me, and I'll send out an invite to a form that you can fill out, and we'll add you in. All right, thanks guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.